Hello, Busy Bears and Lucky Lions, and welcome back for another story time with Miss Bria. As we continue to learn about Australia and the animals that live in Australia, we are going to read about an emu named Edward. So let's get started. This is by Sheena Knowles and illustrated by Rod Clement. Edward the emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are best, anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." Be a seal? Let's find out. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun. Oh, wow. Maybe he is a good seal. See that? Yeah. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." I agree with that one. I love seeing the lions. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." Do you think he can do it? Can he be a lion? Let's see if he's good at that. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the lions were roaring and Edward was too. He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day till a man in the crowd had the gumptious to say, "The lion's the beast I shall always deedest. The snakes are the things that I like to see best." Oh, I'm terrified of snakes, so let's see how this one goes. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things, then that's what they say. Then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing and Edward was too. He slipped around the rocks. It was magic to see. Then he curled himself casually up round a tree. Oh, wow, he's good at all of these. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive, I know that is true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." So do you think he's going to want to go back to being an emu if he was bored? I don't know. It seems like he's having fun being other animals. Let's see. "The emu?" gasped Edwards. "My goodness, that's me. I'm the thing that gentleman most likes to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward, the emu, he likes to see best." So he's getting excited. Let's see if he can do a good impression of himself. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, then that's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the emu again." Good for him. Edward ran to the place where he used to reside. But oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd brought in to take Edward's place. What? Oh no. The emus considered each other a while. Then the new emu said with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." Aww. love that book. So remember, those are animals that come from Australia. And now that Edward has a friend, I think he's going to enjoy being an emu now. And tomorrow we are going to read Edwina the Emu and see how that story goes. Thank you for joining me again for another story time. Bye, Busy Bears and Lucky Lions.